We have a huge XRP video for you today, guys. I'm going to do my best to keep this one short and sweet. So first things first, we have a patent by Identitii. This is a Ripple partner, and they specifically mention XRP in this document, and I will be sharing it in this video. And I also want all of you to go on YouTube, type in King Solomon, and subscribe to his YouTube channel. He is one of my best friends in this entire space, and one of the first people I saw originally find this Identitii patent. He is the king, no pun intended, at really high quality keyword searches, always finding the most up-to-date patents and the best gems in this community. So I'm going to show you some of these connections with CITI and some other large banks. And I also want to take you back to a quote from Ashish Birla, who is general manager of RippleNet. Now, please recall this quote from him in video as well. And I know I've shown it multiple times on this channel. We have these three banks: CITI, HSBC, RippleNet, and JP Morgan. These three banks monopolize the world of cross-border payments and the world of transaction banking that the company Ripple is aiming to disrupt, or more so in my eyes, enable an internet of value by connecting all of these groups and not letting it bottleneck or go through the three big bullies in the space. 80%, in quotes, guys, 80% of all cross-border payments flow through these three organizations. And since the payment rails today are so inefficient, they actually charge fees because of how inefficient these payment rails are. And I could understand, when you see the revenue, why these three organizations want to put off this financial revolution for as long as possible, because they're making billions of dollars each and every year because of how inefficient the system is today. Just like Steam trying to ban NFTs, it's not going to end well. So as we can see, even Matthew Lyny, Citibank, making moves to be a leader in the cross-border payment space with three partnerships. XRP has also uncovered CITI is using Volante. Volante is integrated with XRP. They send multiple trillions of dollars on a daily basis to facilitate, let's see, the ISO 222 standard. While everybody's chasing meme coins, I'm going to be doubling down on these ISO tokens. Now, Volante is a Ripple partner. They can use XRP in its payment network. I know we've seen all this in the past, and they're also part of that domestic clearinghouse that I've shared within the United States. Okay? So just wanted to highlight that. And now, right here, Roth Economin on CITI's strange circumstantial relationships to Ripple. Back in August, Ripple partner Identitii signed an MOU with CITI. And we've heard Identitii in the video clip. I'm not sure if it was the founder, but talking about XRP usage was beyond exciting. That was circulating a couple months back, maybe a couple weeks. So right here, they agreed to a live pilot in 2021 and signed a master services agreement. They intend to begin in Australia. Look at this. Citibank signed a letter of intent, or LOI, with Identitii. And this is a huge Ripple partner. You can see Roth Economin providing additional information. Oh, he even listed the patents. I actually found the patent myself. So I'm happy he has it right here. Let's see, same time that uses XRP in a settlement system that works with Swift. But this is not about CITI. At the beginning of the year, CITI chose Volante for their ISO migration. Notably, they use Volpay, and Volpay has integrated Ripple. And I know I've gone on Volante's website and shown you, they even say on the homepage they send trillions of dollars per day for their clients. And not just Volpay, but check this out. I know you guys have seen this with the Ripple processor module within Volante's actual really module overall. So pretty crazy to see. Ripple Connect, this is old verbiage. I wouldn't really count on that, but just wanted to show you what's been being built in front of us all along, years in advance compared to other projects. Okay? Wow, this is a beautiful thread. I'm going to probably retweet this again just so you guys can check this out. But nonetheless, I want to just point out too, right here, this document, and we can see Identitii. This is shared by Roth Economin and the CEO of Identitii. And seeing these stats really helps cement what is happening for the future. 78% of firms expect they will need to collect more payment information than they do today. Data is the true gold. You can see Novatti, funny enough, that's also a Ripple partner, and I believe they have some patents on XRP as well. You can see HSBC, MasterCard, HomeSend. These are obvious ties to the company Ripple per I Am Legion and his blog posts on Twitter. Absolutely unbelievable, all linked and sourced. You can see existing customers, including the 11,500 Swift members, looking to migrate 10 billion payment messages to this ISO framework before 2025. Now, I know some of these banks have been very slow, but this does not change the final result of all of this. So you can see this patent with Connect, this global system. And if we're migrating messaging, which has to come first, what do you think's coming next? Settlement. And what does XRP do? settles said value within the payment stack, as I've shown. Global spending on RegTech will reach over $130 billion in the next 4 years by 2025. The clock is ticking. Well, arguably in the next 3 years. And of course, DLT is going to help with all the silly, money laundering that we're seeing across the board. And just keep an eye on their overall growth strategy. All right, so here's one of the patents right here with Identitii. You guys can open this up and actually download the PDF right here. And you see on the home page, applicant, which is Identitii. And now let's do a control find for XRP. And I did a control find and zoomed in. Settlements right here. This is on page 39. Gateways of payers bank send by way of non-limiting example XRP, the native currency of the Ripple protocol, to Biller's bank gateway, and then payers bank gateway notifies the token database of receipts. And then we have right here again another XRP mention. You can do control find for Ripple. Ripple is actually mentioned 11 times within this patent. Notice we have issue, you have Swift, and then you have Ripple. And what does it say? No competition given infrastructure focus. And blockchain named under and then also blockchain was named underneath that. And then we have operating under the Ripple protocol. And through a Ripple framework, thereby to facilitate substantially real-time settlement, which comes after messaging across multiple institutions and multiple banks. There you go, guys. I don't know what else to say. We can see Ripple and XRP and a variety of other digital assets are in the literature and patents of some of the largest financial institutions in the world. For me, I think this is a waiting game. Now, has it been easy waiting this long? Absolutely not. But each day I get more confident. Please decide for yourselves. All I can do is show information and let you guys come to your own decision. We even have the Stellar blockchain named right here, so blockchains can be based on or operate in association with any number of protocols. Remember, there's going to be more than one protocol in the future. It's not just XRP. Q&T is absolutely changing the game with their own TC standard instead of just the ISO 222 standard. So great to see that Stellar and XLM is here. And of course, we got Ripple, Stellar, Algorand, CELO, Solana, a variety of assets all named by the World Economic Forum. So just wanted to highlight one of these patents right here. And of course, Wrath Economin did in fact already highlight and has a beautiful thread. I'm actually just going to retweet. Let me retweet up here the patents for you guys if you want to check this out. News, the XRP price chart is almost 100 days in this zone. It is almost decision time. We're sitting almost 100 days, really 95 days, give or take, in this zone, just sitting around $1.09. So we're going to have a decision shortly. Me personally, I see a beautiful cup, and we'll see if this handle gets that pop. And if you want to complain about waiting, go ahead and sell your bag now. We've also seen the whale alerts with 300 million XRP on the move. I personally believe, of course, multiple exchange relistings will be on the way, provided there is favorable clarity for XRP as not a security, and more so whether it's a currency, as Rosie Rios has said, a utility token. There's a few other types of really categories that these tokens can fall into, and some are even hybrids, which is very interesting. But yeah, over $365 million worth of XRP on the move. We're still awaiting for Flare Networks to be officially launched. Great to see that now Songbird is being distributed to more and more exchanges, which essentially means that they're also going to be participating within Flare Networks for the Spark token distribution. Oh, just hit my elbow. So Flare will be launched after the core protocols that will make up the Flare network are tested in the wild on Songbird. Songbird is what's called a canary network or a test network. So Flare will be distributed by the network when it launches. Boom, boom. Also would like to have a moment in silence for anybody that was back in November 2017 and sold their bags of crypto because they didn't believe in the asset class right before we saw one of the most parabolic rises in the cryptocurrency market. And XRP, of course, was early in 2017, half a penny, shooting all the way as high as $3.84 on the highest exchange. So when all is said and done, within a matter of months, we're talking over 60,000% in price rise. Do I believe that other assets, even including XRP, have that similar potential going forward? Absolutely. We have the cryptocurrency market cap at a multi-trillion-dollar asset class today and has more potential than ever before with more exchange listings, more volume, more institutional interest. I mean, we have Staples changing their name with that $700 million deal of that arena over in LA. Absolutely crazy. So if you guys believe that assets go to zero, this channel is not for you. I am going to be betting that year over year, these utility-based assets are going to be in an upward trajectory. And no, I'm not one of those channels telling you to FOMO into Bitcoin at all-time high price, just comparing, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XLM. I just want to show you on the macro. So these are the previous all-time highs from 2018, 2017, to the low, and looking at a Fibonacci retracement. As we can see, XLM is still down at the 382. So not financial advice, but with common sense, I'm just more bullish on assets down at these levels than I get less bullish as the asset moves up. Now, Ethereum with the London upgrade, could it keep going long term? Absolutely. But I'm not buying Bitcoin at $60,000 or even $80,000. I'm focused on assets that are down here at the 382, just like Bitcoin once was, and we even have Ethereum, which it once was, before it creates a new all-time high price. So I think there's a method to the madness. I don't think it's insane. I think this is rather rational to focus on buying low for as long as possible and then stagger your sells out as they begin to move up. And of course, there's higher impulse levels. If you think that XLM goes way past $3 to $4 for its 4.236, it's entirely possible. I'm just showing you some conservative targets, and I'm just not into buying Bitcoin up here when I can buy an altcoin that has a much higher rate of return. The more bearish everybody else gets, the more bullish I become. Looking at the Fear and Greed Index today, we can see we're back to neutral. We were in greed, and now we're coming back to neutral. So all is looking great to me. We have Super Secret Chad, one of the best gem finders in this entire space. Literally goes on to say 0.001% of people understand XRP is a long game with potentially the highest reward with no risk. Now, not financial advice, just reading a tweet. And as I go on to say, as XRP is low, still battling these retracements well below all-time high, it is one of my savings accounts in this cryptocurrency space. It is one of my favorite assets. I've already recouped my initial investment, and I just let this bag ride, and that is the best feeling in the world when you are playing with house money. The sooner you can do so, the less emotionally invested you are in this space. The people that are, down in investment in a massive amount, we've all been there, so welcome. But also, those are the people that are going to be emotionally making brash decisions based off of impulse. And that is that's a place that you do not want to be when the bull run kicks off for that next leg. I know more analysts are projecting that this bull run goes well into 2022. And of course, there's going to be pumps, dumps all throughout it. But I'm just waiting for that day to wake up when XRP finally takes off. The more people that give up, that is fine. I think it's necessary for us to get that next leg up. And as I've been doing all year, dumping any insane profits right into XRP because it's below those retracements, just like I showed. XLM at that 382, there are ways up in a beautiful ROI before going all the way up to a potentially 4.236. If you don't think it does that, okay, well, Bitcoin made it to a 3618, which is still insane and creates a new all-time high price. Same expectations for a variety of assets. You've seen what ADA, Cardano has done. I'm looking at HBAR and Algo, which are shortly behind. I think the charts look great. And that's just my opinion. Just remember, XLM low, below the all-time high at these lower retracements. My strategy, the lower the better, but I literally will just DCA around these regions, hold, and when they finally follow these other assets, which they typically, inevitably do, I just stagger out my sells. Rinse and repeat. And I just wait longer than the average person is willing to. I saw the other day, everybody was so bearish on Twitter. Like, my whole feed, even if Bitcoin went down to 59,000, they're acting like we were back at like $3,000 or something in March 2020. So I was just saying, why is my entire feed acting like I bought the very top of Bitcoin? Everyone's acting like we're back to a triple bottom at this point with Bitcoin down at $30,000. The altcoin market is doing a back test, as Blockchain Backer already highlighted perfectly the other day. I never needed anyone to hold my hand through the volatility of crypto, and neither do you. You're either equipped to handle it or you're not. That's some tough love. You can see XRP Crypto Wolf commenting on the 300 million XRP on the move to Kraken. Are they going to be relisting it? I think so, or at the very least preparing. Now please recall the Bitwise top 10 index of top 10 assets. If XRP gets clarity, that index fund of the largest cryptos in the world has to, by law, buy up XRP on the order books, most likely at a market buy. So yeah, from Real Vision Finance, not me, Real Vision Finance is quoted to say a couple $100 million in buy pressure for XRP, and we could go on a hell of a run when that does in fact happen. We also had Brian here speaking at Ripple's annual event Swell, just the caliber of people here, with Susan Friedman, the Director of Public Policy at Ripple. Now, Brian was the former commissioner of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. And don't even get me started. I mean, we had some of the biggest names at Swell through the past years. Look at the participant list dating back to even Ripple's first Swell years ago. And I think you're going to be confident. Wrath Economan, Oracle knows about Ripple. You may have heard about Oracle and their connections to QNT of Quant as well. And notice this, from Payments 2.0, Unleashing Payments Innovation as the Edge in a Digital Landscape, a 2020 report mentioning Ripple right here. And also look, the ISO standard in more than 120 banks have signed on for the Swift Global Payments Initiative, Swift GPI. This is messaging. This does not compete with XRP, which is good news. So you can see Ripple to make corporate payments faster, with blockchain having the potential to upend payments entirely. And I do think that happens, shared by Oracle. Another document mentioning right here Ripple. If Ripple or some of its competitors figure out how to use blockchain for real-time payments, RTP, just like ACI Worldwide has shared that Ripple will be one of the options in the years ahead when it comes to making instant payments. Please remember that XRP was named for a reason on the World Economic Forum's document to settle wholesale interbank payments. It's not just for fun, it's not just speculation. We're still hearing this, the Financial Action Task Force releases finalized crypto guidance with clarifications on DeFi and NFT. I'll believe it when I see it, but a step in the right direction. With all these VASPs, this is a virtual asset service provider as well. So tons and tons of regulation is on the way, and this crypto market has gotten so damn big, it cannot be ignored. And if you ever feel like you're having a bad day, guys, invert the price chart so it looks like it's going up. And just remember, there is FUD in every single crypto. With QNT, I remember getting emails from friends telling me to sell my QNT. They heard from an inside source that QNT's tokenomics were bad, it was never going to pump, and they were going to dump on us with a rug pull. And all I did was had to trust my research, even when it was under $10 buying it, guys. So due to some FUD that was circulating at the time, they said QNT is not as necessary as we thought. Typical FUD that circulates like that, it's usually for good reason, and in my experience, the more FUD an asset has, the more valuable it will be in the future. And I know that is rather contrarian, it doesn't always work, but when it does, look out. So I'm glad I do my own research and ignore the noise on Twitter. We all have to decide for ourselves. And if you've been around here for a while, you remember there were certain orchestrations of XRP FUD campaigns all throughout mainstream news, mainstream media, and including even Twitter. And then 1 or 2 months later, XRP just exploded. So time and time again. In closing, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make it drink. You can help others, but only as far as they're willing to help themselves. Appreciate all that like and subscribe, and until next time.